Hello, I'm FBX Toycat, and one of the surprising trends that I've noticed recently is that a lot of people are getting back into Minecraft, having not played the game since the early 2010s. It's quite shocking to me that so many people played Minecraft once and are now just kind of getting back into the swing of things, because it means that there are years worth of Minecraft content that you get to enjoy all in one place. And I figured, rather than being one of those communities that's like, oh, you should work it out for yourself, if you don't already know it, then you don't deserve to know it. No, I want to be a welcoming Minecraft community member, and that's why I wanted to give you a little bit of a guide to the last 5 years of Minecraft all in one place. I figured, why not let you know about the cream of the crop, the best stuff that has happened in Minecraft's last 5 years of history all in one place. And I figured it'd be kind of fun to go through 14 of the best features of the last 5 years, because you know what, you were statistically 14 when you first started playing Minecraft all those years ago, so sure, let's do this, shall we? And the first item on this list is not going to be colored beds, although you totally can color a bed whichever way you like, and white beds are now the default, not red beds. But instead, I want to start with the first best feature that you really need to know about, because it is a brand new use for gravel. Because if you're anything like me and you like to hoard resources, because that's just how you like to play Minecraft, you've probably ended up with a chest full of gravel at some point that makes you weep and cry on the inside, because what use is it ever going to have? You get flint from it once or twice, and then you just have a lot of gravel sitting in a chest, taking up your space, making you sad, and making you realize that maybe you shouldn't be hoarding so much. However, Minecraft have realized that, maybe we should give it a use, and as of the World of Color update, which was a few years ago, there is now a way to use gravel in the crafting recipe for concrete. So if you combine 4 sand, 4 gravel, and any dye of your choice, you can now make 16 brand new colored blocks. I say brand new, I mean to most players, these are fairly recognizable, and these become concrete powder. So concrete powder is already kind of a fun block by itself. It's kind of like colored sand in a way, like I think black concrete powder actually looks pretty good and can be used for like a soot effect if you're making a volcano in Minecraft survival. But the wonderful thing is, it's not just useful for making, colored sands, which do have some use in Minecraft, but the way better thing is if you take this concrete powder and you put it in water, it's going to solidify and look something like this. Look how good black concrete powder looks. It's one of the best outline blocks in the game, but you can do this for any one of the colors to make 16 colors of concrete powder and 16 colors of concrete. Have you ever wanted to make a little statue? I don't know what we're going to do here, but like, have you ever wanted to make something that looks so beautiful and uses multiple different colors? You can totally do that, and this is one of the best looking blocks in Minecraft, and it was only added recently. Look at that pattern right there. It's not even a good pattern. It looks like the Slytherin house logo or something, but it's nice, right? There's something really great about that. And yeah, the fact that there are 32 brand new blocks, some of Minecraft's best looking blocks, I would even argue, and in this update that actually are smooth, is really great. And it means that when you start to make your pixel arts or your whatever, whether you're playing in survival or creative, just know that the best way to do anything that you want to look, kind of cartoony in that way, is going to be using concrete as opposed to wool, which used to be the go-to. And maybe you remember terracotta, which is another kind of old school way of doing things. Concrete is just an objectively better way, and I love that they added it to Minecraft for that reason. But I don't love it as much as the next feature, or maybe I do actually, but the next feature is one that I really, really enjoy, because water in Minecraft is just, it's a problem, right? Walking through it, everyone's drowned at one point because they got trapped under a thing. Just water in Minecraft, it's a pain, and yeah, the fact that you couldn't really do much with water before is kind of a problem. What are you doing down there, by the way? Oh, it's a zombie villager. I thought it was a regular villager. That would have been concerning. By the way, there's new zombie villager designs, but not one of the best features. Just a very interesting feature. Anyway, so going in water used to be a real pain. I mean, it just looks awkward, it feels awkward. It is awkward if we're being honest, but as of the aquatic update, something you can actually do is you can now swim underwater. So, do you see over there, there's like an ice pocket I want to get to? If I previously wanted to get there, I'd have to like swim downwards and then walk through the ocean. It's terrifying. Now though, you can sprint inside of water and you can swim around, which means if you want to get over there, oh god, I don't know if I'm going to find it, but if I want to get over to the little pocket, I can do so with a little bit of oxygen to spare, just like this. Look at that. I didn't even drown, and all my items aren't spewing across the floor. Isn't that wonderful? I think it is. And swimming is one of the most underrated Minecraft features, because it allows you to get through 1x1 gaps if you really want to. In fact, there's an entire section of mining right now that probably shouldn't exist called dive mining, but yeah, just so you know, all possible because of swimming, which is wonderful. Actually, I really want to show you. I can't not show you. So here's a 1x1 gap in my tunnel. It's a big mining thing, but I can swim through that 1x1 gap, and look how great this is. But here's the best thing. If the 1x1 gap continues, which I'll make sure it does using concrete powder, Okay, so look at this. I've got myself a 1x1 gap, and now I can exist inside of this gap even when the water later vanishes. Look at this. I am crawling inside of Minecraft, and this is used for a whole bunch of weird... Let's be honest, they're exploits, but they're fun exploits if nothing else. And yeah, the fact that you can basically dive mine in Minecraft by swimming in non-water is really, really fun, and it's only possible because swimming exists altogether. So swimming is great, but it's also not exploitable. But yeah, actually not, it's exploitable in a lot of fun ways that you're going to enjoy if you're just getting back into the game. So for the next feature on the list, I'm going to have to go on quite some, bit of a walk right here. And, the best way to get around in Minecraft is running, right? Or maybe you could set up a minecart rail, except they kind of nerfed those. So like, what are you going to do if you want to get around fast? Well, that's where the elytra comes in. As you can see, I've got one on my back. Some people call it the elytra, but some people also put pineapples on their pizza. So are we really going to trust the judgment of the majority? Or are we going to accept that, yeah, we've got this elytra on our back, and as a result of having an elytra on your back, something that comes from the end, you can actually glide in Minecraft. It's really fun, it's really great by itself. However, I'm sure I don't need to tell you, there's a way to fly without just gliding. Gliding down is nice, but what if you want to fly into the sky? Well, you can do that using fireworks. That's right, this is a 1.4 feature that was near useless for many years, and then they realized, like, wait, what if we use this same mechanic and we use it as a way to push people forwards? And that's a thing you can now do. Look at this, I am flying through the air. I'm flying pretty fast as well, and yeah, it's something that's only possible using the elytra and the firework boost. I cannot tell you how many years of my life being able to fly is saved, because there are some places in my world that are just tricky to get to, that making a minecart rail isn't practical, and walking would be painful. So instead, what I have is this. Actually, wait, before we deal with the end, I just realized we need to make another feature to show how awesome that is, because yeah, it's not the cats, by the way. They definitely don't make the top 14 list, but what does make the top 14 list is the potion of slow falling. So this involves the phantom membrane, which is related to the elytra stuff. Again, phantoms themselves are definitely not on this list. They're definitely on the top 14 worst features of the last X amount of years. But let's sleep in our blue bed and let's show you what you can do with these. Because I've taken off my elytra, I've taken off all my armor, as you can see, but if I take one of these potions, you can basically glide without the need for an elytra. It's not a full glide in that way, but it means you don't take any full damage, which is really nice on that level, right? Like, oh, look at this, I don't take full damage, and also I can run around the world feeling like a free being. How nice. By the way, also on the list is not drowns. For a good reason. Although maybe baby sheep spawning in the wild is something you should love. We'll talk about Bedrock later, okay? By the way, if you love the slow falling effect, you think it's got this like dreamlike state to it, we'll combine that with a pufferfish where you get the nausea effect, and it should look something like this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, this is the life I want to be living. Oh man. Okay, so my genius plan to get back up to full health, because I forgot to bring other food, is to eat pufferfish all the way till next to max, and then finish off with some rotten flesh. As you can see, my strategy is perfect. The next time I do like some deep philosophical talk in Minecraft, I'll have this as the background as like a, whoa man. What if like the world doesn't exist as we know it? What if we're all just interdimensional beings occupying human bodies, man? Okay, this definitely has to make the list. It wasn't an intentional one, but in Minecraft, if you have a chicken and now you have baby chickens, which can spawn naturally, by the way, they'll follow the mother chickens. And if this isn't the most adorable thing you've ever seen in the world, then you are playing the wrong game, I think. Look, they chilled together like mother and daughter. And even when the chicks grow up, they remember who their mother was, even if it's not their real mother. And that's adorable if you ask me. By the way, look at this great use for the slow falling potion. I might die if I fall off this cliff wrong, but what's this? I can slow fall my way down into the portal. Look how perfect that was. By the way, my end is still under construction, okay? There's a lot of glass that has to be replaced. Might have had an end dragon incident. Whatever, we're over it now. We're over it. Something that we're not over though, by the way, exploiting the 1x1 little hole thing again right here to get into the end portal. Or trying to, at least. There we go. Just like that. And now we're on top of a forest plant for whatever reason. But yeah, one thing that I would say... Oh no, Enderman, don't kill me. I don't deserve this. By the way, another great use for the slow falling potion. You're trapped on top of a chorus plant. You don't know how to get down. You're slow falling your way off there. It's actually a really cool potion for a lot of really niche uses. but I like those niche uses. Speaking of niche uses, by the way, in the end, as of 1.9, the combat update, there are now end islands. The way you get the Elytra, the way a lot of things do happen, are by coming out to these end islands and exploring them. So mostly they consist of Endermen, they consist of this chorus plant, they consist of end blocks, but every now and then, very rarely, you can find end ships, you can find end cities, and it's a very beautiful thing when you do find it. Anyway, my point of all of this is I love that they made the end an infinite dimension, because there are only 3 dimensions in Minecraft, so to make one of them to go from just being a boss battle area to being a real living place with real generation and real reasons to be here, I think that's pretty cool, personally, and I just wanted to throw that one out there, that the end is cool. It has end islands, it has elytras, has all that stuff, and it's a very ominous place, especially when you have a low render distance, which by default, the Bedrock engine will lower. I think that's true for both games, actually. But you have a lower render distance here, so you don't even know what's happening. Is there an end city over there, or is there nothing? There's only one way to find out, and that is to build a bridge. So my next favorite feature that Minecraft has added in the last 5 years has to do the brand new boat system. So now you used to be able to make the one boat, right? The one oak boat. We all know the type of boat. It wasn't very pretty. It wasn't even very useful, if we're being entirely honest with ourselves. Again, if you've ever made one, you know what I mean. But now, as of Minecraft taking on the Bedrock features, and or just being Minecraft Bedrock if you play on Bedrock, there is now a brand new feature where you can find boats that don't just look like this, but instead you can find boats that look like this, or look like this, or look like any of the other 6 types of wood, and they're way better too. Like, look at this, they're slightly faster, they actually steer way better, there's a lot more fun things going on. The only downside to the new boats over the old boats is you can't actually do something with your left hand. Like, for instance, you can't look at a map and also use a boat. For instance, it's harder to do things at the same time. However, the fact is, these new boats are so much better than the old boats. So these boats are great not only because they'll work on the water, which is where you expect boats to be wonderful, but they'll also work on the land if you really want them to. They're not the most efficient here, but I mean, they do work here. And then also they're great because they contain a second slot, which means as well as being boats that aren't confined to the water, they're also not just confined to one person, because if you have for some reason a bunch of trading llamas like I do, I don't even know why, by the way, but if you have a bunch of trading llamas, what you can actually do is you can put one of them in a boat, or 2 of them if you really want to. I have to kill one to actually make a space for me, sadly. But yeah, you can now have llamas in a boat alongside you, and what's this? Me and the llama going on an adventure together? That's right, this is a real thing you can do, and it's not just land, and it's not just bringing llamas along with you that makes these boats great. It's the addition of something called blue ice to the game. So Minecraft already had a thing where having boats on ice would make them go real fast, and it also had a thing where boats on packed ice, 9 ice tied together, would go even faster than that. But now we have something even better than this, where if you put a boat on blue ice, the friction is so low that you can travel hundreds of blocks a second. We have outrun the render distance by quite some serious amount right now, and it's really, really impressive just how far you can go in just how little amount of time. We have gone from the Z coordinate being about 200 when we started this boat ride to it being over 2,000 already. We have traveled thousands of blocks, which if we did that in the Nether would be even faster, and the deceleration on these, if you want it to be, is even crazier. Look at, okay, we actually went over the edge there, but it's crazy how fast you can go is my point, and boats have a lot of cool physics in them that make them so much better now, which is partially helped by the next great feature, which is blue ice. So the next feature is a little bit unrelated, but it is a very useful one regardless, because I wanted to talk about the villages, which have in fact changed as of this update. So yeah, villages changed in the village and pillage update, so it's a very recent change to Minecrafters. You might still recognize this, but villages are all brand new. They are all different depending on the biome now. They're not just cookie cutters based on, different wood changes, etc. This is a desert village. It has a brand new look, it has a brand new feel, and it even has a brand new category of villages, which is really cool by itself. But it gets even cooler when you get to the level 5 valuable trades. Because when you start trading with villager, kind of like before, it's like 22 carrots for an emerald. It's not bad, but it could be so much better, right? But you can go up and up the trade trees, and you can get some seriously good stuff. Also, if you like colored beds, which is apparently the theme tying this whole thing together, you can find different colored beds here. So you want a cyan bed, but you don't have any cyan dye, you better believe that's a thing you can do. I have a lot of tamed cats in this village, by the way. Tamed cats, not one of the best features. They just sit on chests. They make them unusable. It's terrible. There's 2 cats trying to sit on the same chest. It's not what I want in my life. This is now the cat house, by the way. In case you don't believe me when it comes to level 5 trades, by the way, allow me to show you around my village, which I've maxed out for the most part, and show you how you can buy things like golden carrots or cakes, which, baking a cake is hard. It requires somewhere between 3 and 3 million sugarcane. Let me show you around the fact that we've got like the master fisher over here who will sell you pufferfish. I think, actually wait, he'll trade pufferfish at 1-to-1, which is pretty good when you have 50 of them lying around like I did earlier. So here's a way better example using my better villager. You can see how using 13 emeralds, which is a lot, I can get diamond pickaxes. I think 13 for a diamond pickaxe is pretty nice by itself, but it's 13 for an enchanted diamond pickaxe. You can disenchant that for experience if you want to. You can do whatever you want with that, and that's wonderful. But the fact that you can get enchanted diamond pickaxes, or a level below that, enchanted axes, admittedly with Bane of Arthropods, but it's amazing the stuff you can get. Lingering potions and enchanted diamond armor and everything like that is possible if you play around with villagers enough, and I love that there is incentive for you to actually go ahead and do that. Oh, we got another dude over here. Here's our cartographer villager. I don't actually like his max level trades, but do you want to have a banner pattern? You can do that for 2 emeralds. I don't know why this is level 5. Also 3 emeralds for a cyan banner. Like, who's this for? Who's excited by this? This is 6 cyan wool for the price of 3 emeralds, and I had to trade with you all day to get there. But some of the trades are really good, is my point. Speaking of trades that are really good, one of the things that came to Minecraft that I wasn't necessarily so hyped about is scaffolding. Scaffolding is a really cheap block to make, but it just seemed like, why would you want to scaffold when, you know, like, it just didn't seem like a thing that was useful to me. However, even though I don't do big builds, we're like, okay, we're gonna make a giant toy cat statue up here that we can have some scaffolding for, and that is one of the uses, by the way. Look at that, I just made a 3x3 square in the air. No blocks had to be removed besides 1. You know, it's really useful for that, but it's also really useful for just getting to tricky areas. Say when you're covering your glass and end, or when you're doing something like that, it's just super handy to be able to stack up and stack down real fast, but not only stack up and stack down, which, you know, is nice by itself. Look at me, I'm up here. I can build another little square if I want to. If this is just what you really enjoy in life, make yourself the squares if you want. But also on top of doing that, you can build kind of sideways from that. You can then place another block, and then you can kind of infinitely build through the air and have it be very easily destroyable, because the only thing in your way are the blocks themselves. All we have to do to destroy all of this is then, you know, remove the blocks, and boom, we can have really far away kind of sideways ladders that work very simply as well. I love this as a concept. I love that scaffolding is so versatile, and it's one of those steeper blocks that when it first came out, I thought, this is stupid, this is for first time players, it's not for me, I'm not gonna get myself involved with this. But as they improved it, and as I really used it more, I've loved scaffolding more and more, and I would say it's one of the best features in Minecraft to this day. If you like to do tricky, weird things in survival, which, you know, if you don't like to do tricky, weird things in survival, you subscribe to the wrong channel, mate. Let's talk about brand new biomes. So in the last few updates, they've started to add new biomes without altering the entire structure of the existing ones. I think that's a cool and useful way of doing things. And yeah, one of the brand new blocks they've added as a result of this is coral. So there's a coral biome, which I think is a beautiful way to put them together, but there's also coral blocks within this biome that only work underwater. So it's not quite as useful. Oh wow, it started raining in the time I went underwater, but it's not quite as useful as you know, like a concrete, because it can't be used out of water and it dies, and when it dies, you can never bring it back to life. I don't know what killed this, by the way. I don't know why there's so many dead coral around here. Maybe that's a natural part of the generation, or was when I found this, but you can see how there's so many beautiful blocks, and they're covered in sea cucumbers, a brand new underwater light source. But like the coral biome brings so many brand new blocks to the game, and it just looks so pretty that when you have it underneath something else that you really like, it just really adds to the environment. By the way, one of the downsides of the new boats is like you can get enemies in there with you as well, which is a bit silly, but it is a fact. So I'm going to leave the ice islands now, and I'm going to do so via blue ice and boat combined, because you know what, that's a thing you can totally do because of the brand new boat ice speed. Seriously, look at the speed we're going at, even with these inefficiencies. It's insane. It's wild. Do this is what made my point. Like, this is one of Minecraft's coolest features, and if you're not taking advantage of it, then you're not playing 2019 Minecraft. You're living in 2014 still. And that's not cool. I guess some people would like to live in 2014. It was a simpler world back then. We didn't know how things could change. Another really cool example of a biome changing very slightly is the bamboo forest. So how do you think you make scaffolding? It involves bamboo and it requires string. How do you get bamboo? You find one of these bad boys in a jungle. So instead of altering the entire world generation algorithm for Minecraft, they just kind of altered the jungles so that some parts of jungles now come surrounded by bamboos. And, you know, bamboo is, you know, nice by itself, it's wonderful, but wait a minute, isn't there an animal that really likes eating bamboo? I think you'll find there is. By the way, it can be actually genuinely challenging to walk around these things sometimes. Like, it's a bit of a, like, maze built into Minecraft, which fits with the jungle really well. It feels like a similar thing. But yeah, as well as finding parrots, which are across the entire jungle, if you look within these specific bamboo forests, you might find these adorable little fellas, which were voted on by China, I think, because Minecraft has a whole own version of the game in China. They ran a vote over there. Yes, they ran a vote in China, and apparently that was okay. But as a result of the vote, there are now pandas in Minecraft. And there's not just pandas, they have different emotions. You find happy pandas, you find cute pandas. Look at this guy, he's sitting up, he wants a bamboo treat. I'll give you some bamboo, buddy. You've earned it seems. See, look at this, he's eating the bamboo. What more do you need in your Minecraft animals? I don't think you need much more than this. But yeah, you find happy pandas, you find scared pandas, you find a whole range of pandas, you find like annoyed pandas. It's a whole thing. It's probably not, it's realistically just a cute little side feature, but cute little side features are what I live for apparently. Now you know. This is the video right here, by the way. Like, it's pretty beautiful, and then like, that's a real thing you can do in Minecraft, by the way. Isn't that great? So the final feature that I wanted to talk about with today's video is actually not necessarily a feature, but it is a huge change Minecraft's made in the last 5 years, because 5 years ago is when Microsoft bought Minecraft. And as a result of that, there is a brand new version of the game that is kind of pushed as the main version. And although you might say like, wait, that's heresy, Minecraft Java Edition still exists, and if you're playing that, that's great, that's fine. But one of the things I always recommend, because a lot of people who get back into Minecraft find my videos because they play Bedrock Minecraft, because it's a lot easier to find Minecraft on Bedrock platforms than it is on Java. Java's just on free. Bedrock is on literally everything under the sun. Do you want to play Minecraft on your fridge? You better believe there's a Minecraft Bedrock platform for that. But yeah, so basically a lot of people play Minecraft Bedrock, and one of the cool things about Minecraft is that there's two different versions that do have their own upsides and downsides that we talk about a bunch on this channel, but it's fun to play the other versions sometimes regardless. I do hop on Java servers from time to time, and although I do get destroyed, let's be let's be entirely real about that one. It's still very interesting for me to play there, and I know a lot of people who play Java mostly, every now and then they hop on Bedrock, whether for my videos or just for fun in general, and it's a great time that Minecraft basically has two separate versions that are entirely separate but update at the same pace with a similar thing going on, and it's kind of cool that Minecraft exists in two separate ways at the same time. There's lots of things that are only on Java, and there's lots of things that are only on Bedrock, and it's fun to experience the other version of the game, something you can only do as of the last 5 years or so, and something that's only been a realistic challenge as to which one is better for the last like year or two. So yeah, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something in it, or maybe you just got some nostalgia, or the reverse nostalgia, or maybe this encouraged you to be like, I want to go out and do those things. I want scaffolding, I want concrete, I want bamboo jungles. You can get all of them together, and that's the wonderful thing about Minecraft in 2019. I'm looking forward to seeing how things go in 2020. Of course, we've got the Never update coming, and that's a thing we'll be talking about more on the channel. If you want to learn about future Minecraft updates, and indeed things you can do to take advantage of the current ones, that's a thing I do every single day on my channel, and if you want to see that and happy little panda bears, then you can subscribe and see those every single day. Also, to show you behind the curtain, I'll be real with you. The pandas came from spawn eggs. I couldn't find a single one in here, but you should be lucky, and you should find pandas without needing spawn eggs. And also, fun fact, you can find brown pandas. So if you really love pandas, you're like, this is the one reason to play Minecraft. There's a 1 in 100 chance that a panda will spawn as a brown shiny panda, kind of like a shiny Pokemon. And yeah, if you ever wanted shiny Pokemon but inside Minecraft, you'd better believe you haven't, but now you're gonna want to. Because, hey, there we go. Because just like this, we got ourselves a shiny, rare panda bear that just comes out of the wild for no reason, just like this. Isn't this cute? Isn't this adorable? Don't you want one? Go play some Minecraft. Yeah, this video is brought to you by Minecraft. Use code TOYCAT at checkout to get 20% off your next Minecraft 14-hour session that you swear was just going to be 1 more hour, and they're slowly destroying your life because you're playing too much Minecraft and not enough of everything else. You can get 20% off that at checkout using code TOYCAT. Oh, wait, another feature. I don't think we reached 14. Bees. Bees were added to Minecraft. I still don't believe it myself, man. I'll just show you bee memes, because like it'll make just as much sense as everything else. But yeah, bees were added to Minecraft. Isn't that fun? Okay, 14 features. Hope you all enjoyed it. Goodbye. Around here. Oh, it's an end dragon particle, I think. Can I hit it? Can it hit me? Okay, sorry, this is fascinating to me. I need to be hit by that particle. Huh. This is not a thing you often spend much of your time looking at. But fun fact. Sometimes the dragon particles don't fully go away.